Welcome back, listeners. This is a big one, episode number 100 of the HitPause Podcast. I am here with my co-host.
That is me.
Your name being?
David.
Okay. On point after 100.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Ayman. This is the podcast where we give you all of your YouTube recommendations.
As if you didn't know already.
And this time, it's for the whole year because sure as shit, YouTube ain't going to be doing their own rewind.
So...
Well, to be fair, even if they did, it wouldn't be one you like.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to like this one? Wait and see.
But we'll get to it. But I'm still sad that they're not actually doing one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's episode 100. So, this is kind of a looser format than usual. I mean, we normally would go over what we've been watching in the week and then talk about, a specific YouTuber that we picked for the YouTuber of the week.
Yeah.
But this time it's a little different. We're going to be going through all of our favorite channels and videos that have got us through the year.
And we're also going to go through all of our favorite champagnes and Prosecco's today.
I was trying to do a talk at the same time kind of thing. But we are celebrating. So cheers, David. Here's to 100. Here's to 100.
Let's get that sound effect for the audio.
Nice.
They got that.
Yeah, this is still the good stuff. The other bottle that's there is not as the good. It's not really the good stuff.
Yeah, the episode 100
we already went through
value
the good stuff.
is in our hands right now.
Yeah.
ASMR right now.
Yeah. So, oh my God. Episode 100. So we've been doing this podcast now over 3 years.
Yep, 2017.
Which is pretty wild. I mean, I realize 3 years, one episode a week, it doesn't add up. But, there's breaks in there. There's breaks.
Yeah.
And we change it up every season as well. But
definitely go back. There were some themes. I do miss how wildly different the themes were, but I think we've grown into one that we like more.
So I mean, one of the other big things we want to talk about was just the news and changes and things that have happened this year.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have the overall stats, but YouTube this year must be through the roof.
Yeah.
Because everybody's at home, binge watching. Before, I would have to hide my YouTube watching at work in the office. But now I'm working away. I'm watching YouTube on the other screen. I stop working. I just watch the YouTube. I don't do any work. I just watch the YouTube. It's much freer. It's much freer.
Yeah, it's like the world has embraced it more. I'm sure the same for Netflix and all that. But YouTube specifically, I've grown this year on YouTube.
You have?
Yeah. I definitely...
Interesting. I don't know. I would like to know why you think that, seeing as 2 weeks ago you were on about the Nelk boys, who are probably...
I still watch them.
In my opinion, the bottom rung.
Oh, no. Grow, I don't mean in terms of I've matured in my viewing habits. I just mean I've watched a lot more and I'm I can access a lot quicker.
That is true. Your hours in general are definitely up.
Yeah,
do you know your hours for this week?
I should have.
I mean, I don't actually know them. It's not really the topic of the week. But yeah, I mean, I've definitely watched I've watched more YouTube this year than ever.
Yeah,
for sure. Which is saying something for me. If you're a long-time listener of the podcast, you know
that he didn't have a life before and still doesn't now. So it is a bit surprising.
But yeah, I mean, there were weeks where I was hitting over 100 hours of watch time.
100?
Yeah, there was at least 1 week. There was at least 1 week where I hit over 100 hours of watch time, which is obviously
not normal.
Yeah, it's obviously ridiculous.
Susan would approve, I guess. But,
Susan would approve, that's for sure.
But actually, going back to viewing habits, would you say the 2017 version of you that, even for myself, that would watch a Poppy video and a Jake Paul video, maybe not Jake Paul, but that kind of...
There was a time when we both watched some Jake Paul.
Yeah, it's true. And it was everyday bro, wasn't it?
Well, I certainly didn't watch every day.
But
there was,
if that was being uploaded right now, could 2020 you watch that content?
No. Well, if that same content. Well,
like if Poppy began this year, could you watch Poppy videos?
I'm actually thinking back now. Okay, so just to go over the Jake Paul thing again, I don't think I ever actually subbed to Jake Paul. I think I subbed to Logan for a little while. I don't think I ever subbed to Jake. Although, I don't know. It wasn't there was a couple of things here and there that were entertaining. But I think I definitely watched some Logan stuff. But as for Poppy, if that was uploaded now... Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I genuinely think Poppy's content is timeless. The reason we're talking about this, by the way, is our first ever episode was about Poppy.
That's what started this. I remember it like it was yesterday when you showed me that channel, and then I just had to watch it all. It was a Friday.
I remember.
Friday evening after D&D. Saturday evening, I had watched almost the whole channel.
I remember, because I remember showing it to you at the bus stop.
Yeah.
And like telling you, like, Poppy, it's so weird. Like, nobody knows what's going on with this girl. Yeah. I mean, now I'm genuinely curious how many people remember Poppy and know even what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because at the time, it was like, ask anybody that's even somewhat interested in YouTube, like, they would know.
Yeah.
But now she completely fell away. She's not making stuff anymore.
Yeah, she just does makeup videos and makes music, and she's a singer now.
But yeah, maybe, I mean... we replied to all our comments, so put it in the comments or email us, hitpausepodcast@gmail.com. But yeah, I'm genuinely curious how many people remember Poppy and how many people are still watching as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she really tried to make that Joji transition into music.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it felt like it worked for a little while off the back of her
YouTube success.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And... then kind of fell off.
Yeah, and I feel like 2020 in general might hit her the most, because when you start going back with the concerts, it's like, wait, who's Poppy again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The hype train.
Yeah. She needed that hype train. And man, the hype train was huge. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't it January? Wait. Was it January that this
year that she had a second show in London?
I think it was this year. I think it was. We went to see her live last year, right? 2019.
I think it was 2018. But
do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, but
we went to see her live at the height of her career.
Yeah.
Okay. So
when Titanic was still around.
That was when she first was making the transition to music.
Yeah.
Because the venue wasn't ridiculous in size.
Yeah.
It was big, but it wasn't ridiculous. Man, that was a lot of fun. That was actually really good.
That was really good.
That was really, really good.
It's a shame the second one round was ridiculously expensive.
Oh, yeah. Then suddenly, exactly. See, we got there. We saw her before it was cool.
Yeah, it was like...
Before her music was cool.
£15.
It was. It was like £15,
like 50.
if that. Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to see this YouTuber sing for 50 quid. Like, come on.
But then when you go season after season after the Poppy bit... I think a good chunk of those episodes or those channels, easily rewatchable. So I'm glad that we covered ones that are still, like you said, timeless.
Yeah.
Easy to watch today.
Yeah. So like I said, we're going to go over our kind of YouTube rewind for the year, like what's like got us through the year. But I already mentioned it, but YouTube aren't doing a YouTube rewind this year.
Yeah. Of all years, actually, to not do one, you'd think.
Exactly. So this actually came out ages ago, like months ago. They said, we're not going to do a rewind this year. We're going to focus on other things. We don't feel it's appropriate and all that stuff. So the way the storyline of the YouTube rewind went like, okay, 2018.
Hell, even 2017, it was all right.
2017.
That's with the
which one
Jake
was that?
Paul and the
like the gloopy stuff,
and then the fidget spinner with KSI.
Yeah, okay,
Marcus
it's like
Brownlee.
YouTube Rewind in a way is like supposed to be cringe, and we're
okay with that.
Well, it's supposed to be. Hey, let's shit on YouTube events.
Yeah.
Get all the frustrations out.
It's like some work parties that like, oh, this is so terrible, but I'm a part of it.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go to it.
Like your boss does a dance and it's really embarrassing, everybody hates him.
But we're all part.
But I love him as well.
Yeah, exactly. We love it.
So we had that in 2018. In 2017. Then 2018 we had Will Smith. That was 2008. That was 2018. We had Will Smith.
The memes helped it. The meme helped it. Like, at least be okay. It's terrible, but at least we're talking about it.
We had that, and then I'm so proud of this community.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was just
Fortnite.
Like Fortnite and Marquez Brown.
If I could sum up Rewind.
Yeah. But it was like the cringiest, worst one yet. Everybody hated it. It was the most disliked video on YouTube. Remember that as well. Like that's huge. The most disliked. Everybody was ripping on it. Yeah. YouTube got all offended. It's kind of like bullying a kid.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, look at Lil Jimmy. He's getting all offended. What a pussy.
If YouTube was sick, they would have done a 2019 diss track to people hating the 2018 one.
Oh, yes.
If they were good.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. So hard to pull off, though, to get it right.
Yeah.
But then 2019, they went, okay, you know what? Fine, fuck you guys. We're just gonna do a top 10 list.
Yeah.
And they literally put together a top list. Most viewed video this year, most subscribed to channel this year. But it wasn't like just straight top ones. You know, people didn't appear twice and stuff, but whatever. It was a huge waste of time, incredibly boring, zero personality.
Yeah.
And now this year they just said, you know what, we're just not going to do it. And it kind of feels to be like a bit of an excuse, like, oh, because everything that's going on, it doesn't feel appropriate. It's like, no, dude, you just don't want to.
You're just not ready.
You just don't want to worry about it. You're still butthurt, basically.
Yeah. And the problem is now they can't do it next year because now you're saying we can do it, and we've had 2 years practice and like research, but it's gonna be the worst.
Yeah.
So I think they're done.
The thing is, okay, so the reason everybody hated 18 so much was it was so wildly out of touch with what people care about on YouTube.
Yeah.
So completely detached from anything. Everyone just watching it like unanimously. Look at the view. Look at the dislike count.
Yeah.
Unanimously, just this is not YouTube. You don't understand your own platform. And it came after an entire year of issues with copyright, of issues with channels being deleted out of nowhere, taken down.
It's like digging the hole deeper.
Demonetization, yellow flags, red flags.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, okay, on top of all of that, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay. But that brings me to the next topic of discussion about DMCA's copyright and everything. So, a big thing that's happened this year is Twitch, probably YouTube's main competitor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously a slightly different niche, live videos, mostly. They do have but live videos. But it's definitely a big competitor. Anyway, they started issuing copyright strikes on people's videos.
Yeah, and even stuff in the past, not like oh, you posted it yesterday.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, bang, back catalog, taken down. And because they've only just started doing this and they haven't had their community bitching at them about it for several years, don't have any tools to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's basically all these Twitch people now are putting their past broadcasts on YouTube, which some were kind of doing already, but they're now doing it like, okay, if you want to watch my previous broadcasts, go here, because I'm not leaving my stuff up on Twitch so that it can be taken down and I can get a strike for no reason.
Yeah. And like, I can't blame you.
I mean, it's the right move. Yeah, it's the right move.
But you've kind of not liked people who just dump uploads from Twitch up to YouTube, but
No, but they kind of, at least the ones I've seen, are kind of putting in a bit more effort, working on getting chat integrated and all kinds of other stuff. But the reason they're doing that is not because, copyright doesn't exist on YouTube. It obviously does. Yeah. But because YouTube, again, because the community has bitched at them so much, has tools now. Yeah. Like, okay, that little bit of music was copyright striked, cut that part out. Or, you can appeal it, or you can swap out the music, I think. And, the point is, Twitch is YouTube like 5 years ago with no tools at all.
Yeah, no advice, exactly. No preparation.
And it's so good because it's made everyone go, damn, well, the tools YouTube has are actually really good.
I could live with that.
To work with copyright, you know? Whereas, which I think is a huge, I don't just think, I know it's a huge step from where we were in 2018.
Yeah, for sure. 2018, like every week,
worst.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's everything was on people's minds. Every YouTuber was affected by it pretty much. And it was just like, it was getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
And everyone goes like, oh, well, they're not doing anything about it. But actually they are. It's just the issues are so difficult to deal with that it's like, it's credit to YouTube.
When it's due, you gotta say it.
Credit to YouTube. You've done well with the copyright stuff. It is not easy, okay? Jeez.
So this year, I guess we're gonna not do it for them, but we're just gonna give our perspective on what 2020 was to us, what big impacts happened, what videos stuck to our hearts.
Yeah, and trust me, you were gonna have some preem recommendations, and I've been playing Cyberpunk a lot. They say that in Cyberpunk. Anyway, you're gonna have some great recommendations by the end of this vid.
That playlist is gonna be jam packed with 2020.
Yeah. So we also started a new thing this year, which I quite like. We only started recently, but we've got now on the HitPause YouTube channel, we have a playlist of our recommendations. So if you're ever looking for something to watch, it's not videos of the podcast, it's videos we've talked about on the podcast or otherwise. Just go there and check stuff out. Even I'm doing it because there's videos that you put on there or talk about that I haven't seen.
Yeah, and there's videos that we don't even talk about in the podcast itself. Yeah.
This feels like we're wrapping up, but we're not. We've got a lot more
like as
to
in
talk
we're done
about.
With the
episode. End of episode 100.
Yay. See you guys next year.
Kidding. We haven't even popped the Prosecco. I mean, we had champagne before. Okay, I'm telling you. We're just, 2 bottles. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
So the DMCA stuff was big. Okay, so another big stride that I think has happened on YouTube this year, which is, it's not done striding, that's for sure, but is big live events.
Big live events.
Tell
me more.
So the 2 examples I have are David Blaine.
Oh, of
Ascension,
course. Yes,
and SpaceX launching their what was it called? I got the notes over there somewhere. Starlink. So when SpaceX launched their Starlink mission, which was, and actually SpaceX did several YouTube live streams this year. Like there was another one where the astronauts came down. Or that might have been Starlink. I don't remember.
Or a game I've played.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I know you're gonna go into it, but that's a good point. I think YouTube live streams did well this year. Like even the little stuff, like even Mr. Beast's rock paper scissors tournament, and like other random stuff on. I just felt like I watched more live videos or live streams this year.
Yes, exactly. Wait, he live streamed that rock paper scissors one?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about that because I didn't actually watch that. But let me go over the David Blaine thing. So. That was, a good few hours. It was high production values. They had film crews. They had multiple cameras switching between all wireless stuff because they was in the middle of the desert as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Which credit to be able to, I don't know, it's like a full-on TV streaming setup. And we had Marquez Brownlee,
making sure everything's intact,
Exactly. Yeah. Just presenting, like going around talking to David and all that stuff. I think it's got sitting on something like 24 million views.
Yeah, something like that.
Majority of which will have been during the live stream. It was I heard about it on the day because it was written about in other publications and things. But basically it was David Blaine getting lifted up, up style as in the movie Up, with a bunch of balloons as high as anybody has been with this method and letting go, skydiving down. It was kind of ridiculous, actually.
Yeah, and it's a nice little extra touch, especially if you're like a David Blaine fan in general. And like he's always like done like the street magic and all of that, and like to just branch out differently.
Ooh, Yeah, but what about all the other big stunts he's done? He's famous for the stunts.
But like they're never like, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking like in a wide open kind of setting. Like I always felt like they were always under one like single camera trying to cover up the illusions and stuff like that. This is just
no.
I'm doing a thing.
No, dude.
Has he been doing a lot
more?
No,
he's not just magician, like he's performance artist, I guess you could say. Like he did a thing I don't know, years back in London where he got suspended above the River Thames in a glass sphere. Or was it a box, you know,
okay.
for days without any food or water or anything. He was shitting in a nappy. And
oh, wow. YouTube original before it was an original.
Yeah, so there was that. There was some other stuff like, I don't know, something to do with cold, like going underwater or holding his breath or...
okay, yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff. It was not illusions. It's just feats of the body, you know, of training or whatever.
Yeah.
But this one is the biggest one he's ever done. And certainly when you look at it from like the production and everything, it's got to be the most elaborate, you know, middle of the desert, so many cameras.
Yeah.
You know, he's got cameras when he's going up into the sky. They had helicopters flying around.
Definitely an all-in production.
Yeah, it was on another level. And it was obviously, because it was a YouTube original, so that basically means it was bankrolled by YouTube. So this is part of their push to get people watching on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
Which, as a side note as well, another thing they have over Twitch is they have unlimited bitrate when you stream on YouTube. So bitrate is the amount of data that is sent through your stream, like per second or whatever, or per frame, maybe it is. But anyway, it basically measures how much information is on the screen. And at the end of the day, a limit to that is a limit to the quality that you can get.
Yeah. And it's actually very important when you're watching something live.
Yeah, exactly. So Twitch like limits it for most people, but I think there's even a limit for the big streamers and things. But point is, YouTube doesn't limit it, which is really nice because they've got great servers, great compression, all that. You can still stream to someone, even if your bitrate is super high, they can still watch at their own, receive a different bitrate because whatever YouTube stuff. But my point is, they are making big effort with YouTube Live this year, and I think it's going to continue. I want to see it do better. I mean, the other thing they did, I think this year, was it this year? They got PewDiePie exclusive.
Yeah, this year.
To live stream on YouTube after all the other ones went bust. He was on, I want to say he was on D Live. I don't know if they're still around. Yeah. But we had Microsoft's, what was Microsoft one called? Was that even this year it died? Mixer, yeah. Was it this year that died?
Yeah, it was this year's too, if I believe, because Ninja's back on Twitch.
Yeah.
So is Shroud, yeah.
Oh, and Dr. Disrespect's now on YouTube too.
Yeah.
That's Twitch's own fault for dropping him or whatever went on there. We still don't really know. Anyway, point is...
Good on you. That's 2 for 2, YouTube.
That's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2. All right,
so now the negatives.
Okay, negatives is not doing a rewind. That's for sure. That's a big one. I wish he just did a rewind, man. Like... Of all the years,
if they had a long-term objective to eventually stop, I mean, this is the best year to stop.
Yes, agreed. But like this year, when everyone has been locked in, it's been such a stressful year. The riots and racial violence. It's like this year of all years, people have needed their YouTube entertainment.
That little soft cringe back to warm the heart.
Yeah, that little just like, okay, let's just get back down to earth. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
And YouTube then go, we're not gonna do one this shit. It's like, this is in my opinion, it's the perfect year to stop if you're going to stop, but it's also the perfect year to do it well because you can say,
back.
Hey, look at all these people that have been uploading more than ever.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate the platform and everything we're doing. JonTron said the same thing. He did a series of tweets about this. Like, we need it more than ever this year, you know, but it's just, they just don't want to get clowned on, basically.
I know. It's like a dad that disappears. when you're young. And then you turn 18 and you're like, okay, I know you've not been here for years, but now you can come. It doesn't come on your 18th. We needed it this year.
Interesting. This is
just to bring it real for some of you.
Making it real. Okay, yeah. Well, I hope you all felt that one.
Yeah. All you 18-year-olds out there.
Yeah, with dads who left and decided to come back on the 18th birthday. It sounds like weirdly specific. Are you saying this happened?
No, I just felt like 18 would be, I don't know. Maybe I've been watching too much TV recently.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's good that at least in this episode, we're going to talk about the people that have, I think, done well this year. Because YouTube has definitely changed people's careers. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Because it deserves celebrating the creators who have done a lot this year.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm gonna run it down a list like a top 10.
We've got I'm sorry I keep looking over there because I've got notes up over there. But okay, so a big one that happened this year was Jenna Marbles.
Yeah. I would say in general...
She failed this year. She didn't do well this year.
Yeah, she did not do well.
Okay.
This year, though, I feel like has been more of a cancel culture than most years. Like Dave Chappelle. Like, I feel like people have just been like...
Wait, Dave Chappelle got cancelled?
No, but I mean, like, the idea of attacking people at their heights just because of something they've noticed before.
Yeah, it definitely has reached peak insanity.
Yeah, it happened to Liza Koshy too. I know we're going to talk about Jenna Marbles real quick, but it also happened with Liza Koshy. Where
let's hear about it.
They basically, she had some old videos that she had with David Dobrik where she is Indian anyway, but she does some Indian stereotypes as part of sketches as part of the vlogs.
Oh, so, classic Indian stereotypes, number one.
Oh, not even. She would just act like an Indian guy. Sometimes she would be like a taxi driver or something, and David would just say can we go this way? And then she'll just do a typical response.
Okay,
of what you would get.
Yeah.
It's all in acting.
Yeah.
But then people just flooded her.
Really?
And she got rid of the videos that were at least from hers, but the David Dobrik one stayed. But it's and she had to explain how, okay, this character is fictional. I'm not going to do it again. But deep down, it's you shouldn't have to do that. But it's a shame. But yeah, Jenna Marbles.
So, I mean, oh man, I don't want to get too much into it, but it's such a difficult thing because there's definitely times where it's just, you're just spreading hate. But there's also times when it's you need to... Everybody, every race, every person, every being on the planet needs to be okay with the piss getting taken out of them a little bit.
Yeah, it needs to be okay that there is... Well, you know what? I don't even want to go into it. But it needs to be okay. You need to be okay with the fact that the world doesn't have the same opinion as you.
Oh, that too. I mean, that's also true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because if you take that example of okay, Indian cab driver, okay. Oh, we can't... so we can't make this jokey video referencing that stereotype, okay? So unless we make a serious video guys, there's a serious issue happening with Indian stereotypes about cab drivers, then you can't talk about it.
Yeah.
So then nobody's going to make that video because at the end of the day, it's not the most harmful... Oh my God! Now I'm gonna get cancelled.
Exactly. But then that's why I was talking about Dave Chappelle. It's that's almost every stand-up comedian's bread and butter. It's not like they're downplaying any stereotype that they use, but they're just highlighting.
Yeah, exactly. They're just saying look, this stereotype exists. It's funny when we talk about it in this way. And if we don't talk about it in this way, then we're never going to talk about it. And we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
What's your solution? So it's really frustrating because it's
yeah.
Okay, no, we're canceling you for that kind of content. Okay, so are you saying that... Wait, so do you want to help make this better?
No.
Okay,
how
do you want it to make it better? How do you want to make it better?
The way to make it better is to make sure Jenna Marbles doesn't exist anymore.
Yes. Oh, and Jenna, make sure you make a donation to a charity of your choice. That's a typical one as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not Oh, whatever. Forget it.
Forget it. But because we did actually talk about it, Jenna Marbles, I think she had some old videos where, was it the blackface thing? I don't know. Or she had like a Halloween costume.
I thought it was a Chinese one. Like a,
yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't really
Probably should remember.
Either.
But the idea that we're trying to bring forward is that she just said she's done with YouTube, not making videos anymore.
So she cancelled herself.
Yeah. Because people were canceling her in other platforms. I think like she was getting too many like letters, emails,
I think
tweets.
It got mentioned, but she didn't have a mass thing like Liza Koshy or anything like that.
Yeah.
She definitely didn't get that kind of level. It was more just, she kind of preempted it.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah. She didn't have to, for sure.
I mean, but as well, like she also kind of copped out because she just stopped posting videos.
She gave into the loud hate, which easily could have been a few numbers compared to the people that would have wanted her to stay.
Anyway, my God, a big loss. I mean, she was in every YouTube Rewind, right?
I remember there was a time that I was thinking, like, why haven't we covered her channel? Like, she's 20 plus mil. Like, she's an OG.
She is an OG.
Oh, for sure.
She was also a Viner, right?
I think she was OG and then Vine because Vine was a thing. Like, she was definitely there before Vine.
But I wouldn't actually necessarily call her an OG because of the Vine. Because her fame, she got her fame on Vine.
No. Well, okay. Is that what determines a Viner though? Like if you were YouTubing,
it doesn't matter if you YouTube before. If you got, it's where you get your fame.
So what about TikTok? So like I'm a proper YouTuber. I put some of my content on TikTok. It blew up. I'm a TikToker now.
Okay, wait. If you took your YouTube content.
Okay, fine. Maybe I went too quick with that comment.
Cut and pasted it onto TikTok and it got famous there, then you might still be classed as a YouTuber. But it depends, Are you linking people back to the YouTube?
So that these little specifics.
Look, it's about where you get your fame.
All right, fair enough.
You're probably a TikToker.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
I'll live with it. It's fine. Move on.
Just do what Jenna did and cancel your whole life and whole career.
I just have an alter ego like channel. Just start a new one. Like I'm not Jenna.
She should do the blackface again.
No, definitely.
And pretend she's a whole different person and just start a whole new channel.
Yeah. Mr. Marbles.
Yeah, Mr. Marbles. Oh my God.
Anyway.
So yeah, that cancel culture with YouTube and everything was definitely big this year.
Yeah.
Definitely big. Although I think what do I think? No, I don't think anything. Forget that.
I mean, there's definitely some channels to cancel, like J Station. We covered that.
Oh, was J Station cancelled this year?
Or I mean, like people were trying to cancel him, but I'm sure the channel still exists.
He's uncancelable.
Uncancelable, yeah. Because he had that video where he pretended he was kidnapped, or he kidnapped his girlfriend. Oh gosh, what was it? Something with the Canadian police.
I don't. The main one was, oh my God, my girlfriend died in a car accident.
That was it, car accident.
When really it seems like they just broke up.
Typo there.
It's either they just broke up or they also wanted to launch her own channel. So what they did was they did that, and then she made her own channel. It was like, I'm actually not dead.
Yeah.
And got loads of traffic to there.
That kind of stuff is just like in your face, intentional. So it's like, it's a shame how the world works.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Jenna Marbles' YouTube channel.
So another big one, Unus Annus.
Yeah. Recently we covered this as well.
So we did, but you have a bit more context than I do around it.
Yeah. I just felt like I was there at the start. It was like probably like November last year, maybe October. A channel with Markiplier.
No, it was definitely November because it ended definitely last month.
Oh yeah, that's
true. So it was
true.
November.
Yeah. Markiplier. What's the other guy's name? That's a tough one. But I mean, the two of them had this channel that they started, and they grew it to like maybe 4 mil subs.
Yeah.
And the original idea was to make a video every single day. I mean, obviously some were. If not,
that's not very novel.
pre-recorded, but posted for a while. But then I definitely think, especially with COVID,
you think they were pre-recorded?
I think to begin with, Like they definitely had like 10 ready to go, and then they started. Like they gave themselves a head start. Obviously, that's what I would say. You think they were making it on the exact day, like Jake Paul?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it, but I kind of.
I don't know.
I
just felt like it was.
I mean, they have editors and stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm actually not. I can't say for sure. I'm not sure.
But regardless, like definitely good effort. Like 365 days continuous.
Yeah.
And the idea was at the start that they were gonna end the channel after 365 days.
Like not just end, delete the channel.
Yeah.
Delete it.
Anyone who tries to re-upload original episodes were gonna get their videos taken down. And yeah, you could probably think like, what is the point? What are you trying to prove that you can start and delete something that? But I mean, it's just because no one's done it. I would almost say.
Yeah, it was more like it was like an experiment.
Yeah.
And I must say, like they also, I feel like they were a bit more risque with their content because
that's good. Yeah, because you could.
Because they know that their channel is going to be deleting after a year anyway. So. Yeah, let's make the sex jokes. Let's cook. I remember that one where they cooked with sex toys. And yeah, so because they don't really need to worry about anything. It's like I think in a way they probably at least partly did it to kind of rejig their creative juices. You know,
because I've seen I think it's I don't know if his name is Ethan, but I've like opened up both their channels and you can see how YouTubery those were. I'm not saying Unasana's broke the fourth wall or anything, but like they were a bit more creative and like loose. It reminded me a bit of like the Filthy Frank era of just like we're just putting a camera on and we're just gonna be idiots.
Okay, now I've got a counterpoint to this, but in general, I agree. Like Markiplier obviously has been going a long time. He's a big channel, and maybe he's a bit like stuck in his ways or whatever.
Very PewDiePie-ish.
But then it's like shit. We need to make one every day, but it's also going to be deleted, so it doesn't really matter, and all of that, which is cool. It's a good concept. But I must say, although I skimmed a few videos here and there. They were never like that interesting.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. Maybe it was like some channels or types of videos can't be every day for them to always be good.
Yeah,
because there was times where I was like, this is quite similar to the one last week.
Yeah, exactly. But that I think is it's basically
it's good
showing. It's a good it's a good example of the fact that. If you want to post every day on YouTube, your quality is not going to be that great. And this is the whole thing that Donkey was talking about. Yeah. Imagine if they made a channel, obviously it wouldn't get as many, overall, it wouldn't get as many views and it wouldn't get as much hype behind it. But imagine if they made one that was like, we're going to do a new video every month or every 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, that traction would not be the same.
And I know it wouldn't, but then they spend that whole time making this video, it's going to be the quality level is going to be so much better. But that's the fact of the matter is on YouTube, every day is what gets you to the views, and it also means your quality goes through the floor.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
or you have to be in a. It's more like your quality or your originality, and you have to be in a rut to do that.
Yeah,
like you have to be doing okay. Today's the day I do the Drama Mondays, and like just like Donkey was doing recently. But
yeah,
you were gonna say.
Well, I mean, like just looking at the ups and downs of their views back when the channel was there, I think the only thing that was separating a video that did well compared to your every other day video was simply like, what is the title? Like, not because we trust that the next video is gonna be amazing, so all eyes on the next video. It was just like, okay, I'll click that.
Yeah, exactly. Like the one, cooking with sex toys.
Or
it's
like doing, what did they do? Like, not MI5, whatever the American version is, SWAT training or something like that. Oh, they did one with James Charles as well. Like, just like.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they're just doing something a little bit eye-catching. Was the only difference.
Yeah.
But good experiment.
I liked it in general. Plus, wasn't Markiplier still posting on his own channel?
Yeah, he was. That's what made me think more so that there's no way.
I know, but he does have editors, obviously.
But there's also 24 hours in a day. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Like, not one day.
Because I watched quite a few of those videos. A lot of them were like in different locations, outside, props, haircuts. I was even trying to pay attention to because like you would have one there. But then,
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It just made me feel like, but again, it's still effort.
Little detective work going on.
All right. Hey, here at the HitPause Podcast.
Okay, it is time for us. We got to pop this other bottle. I know you've still got half a glass over there, but what can I say?
Not anymore.
I've almost been doing all the talking as usual. So
hey, well, that was quite the dig there. 100 episodes.
No, not a dig. It's a dig at myself. I talk too much on this podcast.
Cancel Iman.
Cancel me. Come at me. All right, we're popping it. I might end up cutting this part. I'm not sure yet.
Nah. I could go to the next part because it's quite brief.
Okay, you go while I do this. I'm
right.
holding it. This is annoying.
This year has been a very we never really dig too much into the gaming side, but Among Us and Call of Duty Warzone has been almost like that Minecraft effect, maybe not as high in terms of just like that is all I'm seeing in YouTube around 2020.
Even Minecraft as well. And we've got another channel to talk about.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, but I fell into this whole Warzone thing. A lot of channels grew from posting strictly Call of Duty videos, and I think in a very coronavirus stay at home, find a game or even TikTok was like making so many trends on like when you play. Oh, you gotta pop
wait, let's get the pop on camera / thingy microphone. Woo!
Not bad.
100 episodes.
I thought you were going to say 100% accuracy.
100 episodes.
Yeah,
I'm not going to mix the good stuff with the less
later.
good stuff. But sorry, please continue.
Yeah, no, I just think I would say my biggest channel was Tim the Tatman, who is a Twitch streamer as well. But there was a time I was watching his videos every day consistently for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his content? He mostly does like news type stuff.
No, he's just a gamer. He plays World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, and Fortnite. Fortnite was his thing before, back in the Ninja days, where that's all we would know about. But Call of Duty just like made him shift, and I just found him so entertaining to watch.
Really,
and it's like my 10 minutes daily dose of internet.
Really,
but I don't watch him anymore. But that got me through the year, that's for sure. Especially that May-June period.
Yeah,
where you thought the virus was over.
That's interesting because, like, as well, because of coronavirus and lockdown, gaming in general, as well, we already mentioned YouTube's done very well, but gaming in general has done super well this year. Yeah. I mean, just look at the new console launches. Sold out like insane amounts everywhere.
Yeah.
But games like Among Us would not have flourished so well. The game, by the way, Among Us it's like 3-4 years old. By like a tiny indie, indie team. And then suddenly out of nowhere this year it becomes huge. And hey, I wonder why, because it's a game about social interaction.
Yeah, that people are lacking.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot of fun as well, don't get me wrong. But the point is, games like that and like Warzone and just gaming in general has just exploded this year because everyone's at home, needs stuff to do. You need some way to connect to your friends online, and playing a game is perfect.
In a fun, convenient way. That's what Among Us had well.
Yeah.
Imagine if VR chat came out this year.
Exactly. It would be insane. Yeah. It would be insane. Yeah. So, I mean, it makes sense that these kinds of channels have just exploded, and you see that stuff. We've seen that stuff on trending all year. Mm-hmm. Well, not all year, but for the times when it was when it came out and everything. But the other one as well is Minecraft, which continues to be a ridiculous powerhouse of a game.
It's almost like
YouTube.
OG. It's going to become OG very soon. All these games are going to come and go. No one talks about Fortnite to that degree anymore, at least on a like this kind of level. They talk about it in the gaming community, but not like YouTube anymore. But Minecraft is not going to disappear.
Minecraft is timeless. Fortnite is
a fad, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they are still going though. They just had a huge online event and stuff. But anyway, we're not talking about gaming. But Minecraft. Okay, so last year was when I would say Minecraft is not as big as it was last year. Mm-hmm. Like last year was when PewDiePie did the bulk of his Minecraft series, and he had a few episodes this year because I went back and checked the dates on those old ones, and he recently started a new series. We already talked about that last episode, but he kind of, I got to give credit to him, but he was kind of the catalyst for Minecraft to explode last year.
Yeah, it worked.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, like I remember you would actually like, look, this new Minecraft video is amazing. Then you started playing it as well. Like
exactly, yeah. And it was last year, I think, as well, that they hit some milestone, some record, became the biggest selling game of all time, or anyway, it wasn't just him. And then Markiplier was playing it. You had Jacksepticeye playing it. You had James Charles playing it.
Yeah.
He's not even a gamer. Well, I mean, he doesn't have a gaming channel at least. Anyway, the point is, it really blew up. But you think, okay, it died off. It's gone away. Minecraft's quiet for a while. But then this year, Dream comes out of nowhere.
Oh, man. And the stats you showed me about how he grew this year.
Yeah, ridiculous. So basically, his channel has been around for quite some time. He's had it for quite some years. He talked about this in a video somewhere. But he was sitting on, I don't know, I think it was 5K subs, something like that, for years. Not posting, he posted some stuff back in like 2016, 2017, whatever. And then as part of PewDiePie's whole Minecraft thing, he was part of the team that found out what the seed was. There's a number that represents your specific world, because the worlds are randomized, but there's a number that represents it for each Minecraft world. And he was part of the team that found out PewDiePie's won, and he made several videos about it. Again, we mentioned this last week and how he didn't make any money off them. But anyway, he made a video about it. They exploded, and then his channel started taking off from there. He's up 15, 20, 100K subs, and then he started making these like manhunt ones. Yeah. Again, we did a whole episode about Dream, but quickly, and that's when he really started exploding.
Yeah.
And this, since like September last year, so as of September last year, he was in the tens of thousands of subs. He was on 15K, something like that.
Yeah.
Made this PewDiePie thing, okay, jump. Now he's on almost 15 mil.
Yep.
15 million. Like, that's not even okay. He's a decent sized YouTuber. Donkey has like what, 6 mil, something like that now.
Dude, we've been watching him grow since 2017. That speed of growth that Dream has done
is unreal, and to be on Minecraft.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm obviously yeah. So it's insane. I mean, good for him. Obviously, he's
got an issue at the moment.
At the moment to deal with, cheating scandal. Anyway, he's not only speedrunning Minecraft, he speedrun YouTube channels. He goes from nothing to 15 mil. Within a year, he's already had his first drama.
Yeah.
It's like, to get the first drama.
You have to get that drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Marcus Brownlee's not at 15 yet. So when he hits 15, maybe one little drama bit is going to happen to Marcus.
No, never. Nah. Never.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there a website to see who's like been the fastest growth? Because I know there was a long time that it was Jake Paul. Took the fastest to 10 million. Then I think Ninja beat him.
I was trying to find those stats
it
on Social Blade to see who's grown the most this year, but I wasn't able to find it. I think you need to like try and download the whole data set or something. Right. Anyway, the thing is with Dream, like, his videos are really entertaining. Donkey was kind of taking the piss in his last one about how it's little kids watching Dream's stuff.
Yeah, I know.
But it's genuinely entertaining videos, but he does also have a point. that there are a lot of young kids on YouTube who love Minecraft, and obviously that his stuff is completely kid-friendly, advertiser-friendly. It's all
very
good.
Consumable, yeah.
Very consumable. And they're also 40 minutes long. So if you watch one of those videos, you're already on higher watch time to the algorithm for that channel than you are on almost any other channel.
Yeah.
Because if you think most people are going to watch one video from one channel, another in a day at least, you're not going to watch more. It's unlikely to watch more than one video from one channel.
Yeah.
And most videos are max 12 minutes long. You know, the majority, that will be like, that's a 15, 20 minutes is like a long video on YouTube.
Exactly, yeah.
But if he puts out one that's super entertaining, Minecraft, you know, all these kids watching it, and which helps boost it, and then adults will also enjoy it, and it's 40 or 50 minutes long.
It's like, that's the best algorithm.
Like, look, the algorithm's going to look at that and go, well,
duh.
Obviously, we're going to put this on trending, and we're going to give you more of this, because that's almost an hour of watch time right there in one video compared to your 10, 15 minutes somewhere else.
If this podcast is anything about giving credit where credit's due, being able to get people engaged for 40 minutes in any capacity is credit.
Yeah.
And he did that. So, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, credit, they are good videos. I am pissed about the cheating scandal, but I care about speedrunning. I'm interested in it. So, but to be honest, his content is mostly not speedrunning, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, whatever.
Hey, if I've said it in one podcast, I've said it in a million. Give me the job of PR for any YouTubers going through some bad stuff, and I'll tell you how to.
Well, how? Okay, well, tell us right now. Tell us right now. How? Well, no.
Assuming
how does he deal with this scandal?
Or I could go from the next step. Like, let's assume he is officially, you cheated. What to do?
Okay,
then?
I mean, it's pretty official already.
Okay.
Okay. So let's hear it. Let's hear it. Go.
So you come back with an apology video.
Mind blowing, man.
I made a deep. What's that? Lapse in judgment or whatever Logan said. No. So don't do an apology video. What you should do.
Oh.
Because if you do that, you're just asking for more hate and more.
What? No severe and continuous lapse in judgment?
How did you remember that so well? No,
it's a classic quote.
Yeah.
You know, it's a classic quote.
Don't do an apology video.
Okay.
What you do is you look back at your sets of videos, see the moments where you have, if they are, claim that it's not a speedrunning channel, or that you are not super dedicated to the speedrunning community. If there's not much, all right, cool.
This is bad.
All right, cool, fine. If there is no evidence to support that, you got to move to the next step, the next domino, which is this channel is now going to focus on entertainment. And you briefly apologize, and then you go immediately into what this channel, or if it's a team, are going to do next.
Yeah.
You can't make it a sole apology. You have to be like the next steps for Dream.
Yeah, I mean, it's no good. I'm sorry.
So, what?
Look, okay,
you'll still get hate.
The speedrunning,
like more hate.
The speedrunning stuff. It's about the leaderboard on speedrun.com. It's about the leaderboard. It's about the world records. It's about, he didn't even have a world record for this. For the one he got caught cheating on, he didn't even have a world record. He was like 21st or something, maybe 17th.
Right. But wouldn't that just automatically get taken off? Does he have to give an explanation?
No, it gets taken off. It's going to get taken off. Yeah. But he is still going to do a reaction, not reaction video, a comment video, I guess you could say. But you are kind of right that,
oh yeah, it would be within that comment video.
It is just a entertainment channel. Like, he does do a couple of speedruns, but not really. And he made a whole document about this. Oh, well, let's not get into it too much. But he basically said, look, I'm not trying to get views from speedruns. My speedruns get less views than my other videos. It is not, I have no reason to cheat because I'm not trying to get views from them because it doesn't get views. So what's the point?
Sure.
But
round about the same angle. I would just say that the premise is you gotta get the minds of the people that hate and throw hate are very short lived. You gotta just get them moving on from the issue. That's the tactic.
Yeah, I kind of almost feel like he should on his channel. He should just.
Or just do what Video Game Donkey did. Just like so Monday, guys. Just completely brush
keep
off.
Posting and then like post his apology on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he also doesn't want to admit to it that he's cheating because maybe he wasn't. It's all about. It's a tricky situation.
It's a tough one. Yeah, but I would just love to be in that line of work. That's what I keep saying. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next to talk about is live streams that have got famous because purely of lockdown and have got people that don't normally watch YouTube into it.
Absolutely.
You have an example and I have an example as well. So my example was, let me remember the name. I'm totally not reading my notes. Yes, I am. It's really far away. Oh yeah. Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. Okay. This is just a guy who I think he owns. I read an article about him, but he owns a pub somewhere here in England and in the UK at least. Towards the start of lockdown, he decided, I'm going to do a virtual pub quiz. Stream it live on YouTube, and it blew up. He put it on Facebook, and it blew up. And he was getting 500,000 concurrent viewers.
Damn.
All these different households tuning in, filling in their quiz, doing it all. And he just made it a weekly thing. And now he does it every single week and consistently. And I mean consistently. Almost every time I check trending, he's got a live stream on there. And it's basically one of the reasons, again, that the algorithm loves it is because the types of people watching this stuff are not going to be the types that, firstly, are not going to be the types that normally watch YouTube, which means like, wow, this video is bringing in loads of new people, rank it higher because the algorithm will consider that.
New accounts all of a sudden.
New accounts and all that. And the other reason is, it's long. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 30 minutes long, usually.
Yeah, probably one of the very few things that are supposed to be that long.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's extending it for no reason.
Yeah, it's like, it's less. It's a pub quiz. It's less than an hour. What the hell? But so it's like, it's perfect for the algorithm again.
Yeah.
But it's also like, no, I don't say that as a bad thing. By the way, like, it's good for people. It's a fun thing to do with the family, with the household, with your significant other, whatever. It's just it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that this essentially nobody, at least in terms of YouTube, was a nobody, managed to get somewhere. And he's sitting, I think, around 250K, 300K. But, it's just consistent. It's just consistent live streams, pub quiz every week, and he's probably doing better than he was with his pub.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
I do like stories like that because I know there's always that other side of like, oh, that's just capitalizing, but on a certain situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you think about it, if you think more about other people than yourself for a little moment, there's a lot of people that needed it.
Are you trying to say our viewers?
No.
Our listeners?
No, because the title of this video is going to gain people that don't necessarily watch YouTube.
Ooh.
Even though we named it YouTube Rewatch.
Interesting.
But, I just think like once you got a concept that is actually benefiting like just like people's mindsets, I don't know what the word I'm looking for or phrase is, just like their mental well-being, whatnot.
Yeah,
like during lockdown, it's not a capitalizing thing. It's just like it was needed, and I'm glad somebody did it. And that was it.
Yeah, exactly. He's one that did it right time, right format. Like he's not even, like sometimes you go to a pub quiz and they're really jokey and blah blah blah, really charismatic.
Yeah.
He's not even like that. He's not bad or anything. He's just normal.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of why he's so good.
Yeah.
Because it's like just a little slice of normality per week.
Yeah.
And then you had a similar one.
So Joe Wicks, or aka the Body Coach on YouTube.
Joey boy.
Is that what
Joe.
All right.
Joe.
Yeah, from the Italian mafia.
Joey Wicko. Wixie.
Don't
Wixie.
Don't
we call him Wixie.
Yeah, don't ever hang out with him in the pub.
Yeah.
Please do not. So he's a guy who, from the little I know, he was like he would go into like a couple schools, and maybe some classes as well. And he would be that, not personal trainer, but he would just get people active, almost like the Jamie Oliver of when he was trying to coach people into healthy eating and stuff.
He actually does have a very Jamie Oliver vibe about him because he's very wholesome,
lovable.
Before I had heard of him before this year actually. He's written some books and things like about
I didn't even know him
about health and fitness. I only knew about him because of a what do you call it? Like a very health fitness focused person I know. Who's like really deep into that stuff. Anyway. I mean, not that I know we're a numbers game kind of people, but I couldn't say how many subs he had before the start of the year. However, once he started streaming his, get fit with me, 30-minute to an hour, like let's do exercise in your room. We can make this happen during lockdown. Videos after videos, streaming every day. Every day. He's doing this every day. 30 minutes every day.
This was in the peak of lockdown. So like I think for 30 days, definitely consistently, there was a video every day. Streamed
really?
9 a.m. because I remembered some non-YouTube people talking about this guy. Like, oh wow, yeah. I put an alarm, like, okay, I'm going to be online. Like, you don't really have to. Like, they save the live stream, but...
I know, but it's not the same when it's not live.
Of course. But you're not looking at the comments. But fair enough.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Okay.
I can live with it, but I understand it's not the same. But some people are like very...
Just
like
different.
He was their guy. Like, he was their motivation.
Yeah.
And, just tuning in, 9 a.m., doing the exercise... it might have been 8 a.m., maybe just before work, before you're working from home, whatnot. He was just the perfect right time again. Same thing, right time, what we needed. And he's got 2.6 million subs now.
Very nice.
If I remember correctly, especially in that first 2 weeks, for a stream, like he was hitting 2 million views.
Really?
2 million views at the end of the day.
Wow.
It was like...
on a stream?
Yeah.
That's actually quite insane.
It's kind of peaked now, if not gone lower, obviously. But it was just, again, right time. People were tuning in, and he grew. And if I remember correctly, I don't know for how long, but definitely the first month, he said all the proceeds, 100% of every, monetary
I'm telling you, what did I say? He's wholesome.
Yeah, monetary thing that he gets from the live streams, he's donating.
Really?
He took none of the money.
Fair play. I mean,
and that's a lot of views.
That is good PR.
Yeah.
That is good PR.
That's good.
Because he's still got the subs, man. He's still got those subs. He's still getting those views. But shit like that will get you long term.
Long term,
okay?
Yeah.
Because he's the Jamie Oliver of fitness.
Yeah.
He actually is. He's the Jamie Oliver of fitness.
Yeah. He plugs merch. You're like, yes. How much?
Yeah.
Like, or how many?
Yeah.
No, he did well, and I think again, just great source of internet for that time of year.
Yeah, that's really that's like a good again. If YouTube did a rewind
on just the good stuff,
just stuff like this,
who's gonna hate?
Who's grown a lot this year by making Corona-friendly content.
Yeah. Do you know what they should have done? Like the top 10 wasn't gonna work. But what they should have done was just like people who are camera non-shy, I don't know, camera friendly people in the office there at YouTube. Just having a little sit down together and just like flicking through like, oh, man, this YouTuber made a difference this year. And then I do a little showcase, talk about it, almost like in this form.
Hire us. We'll do it for you.
And then the next guy on the Zoom call will be like, oh, but do you know this YouTuber? And they just go through like 10. That's
actually a great
and
great
only
idea.
People who did well, and maybe take off the mainstream
I don't know.
people.
To be honest though,
would people hate that?
Imagine working at YouTube and they say to you, hey, we want you to be in YouTube Rewind this year.
Oh, no, don't hire. No, don't get any of the YouTubers to
No. Imagine working in the business and saying, we want you to be in YouTube Rewind. Show us the channel that you pick or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Would you do that? I don't think I would, right?
No, you would, but you just get shut down.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. It's like you're going to bring so much hate on yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you'd think you were because it's YouTube Rewind.
Yeah.
and it doesn't have a good reputation.
There's always a way. It could be fixed.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, but no credit, and I'm glad Joe Wicks, again, hyping the British side of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well also done. Credit there.
Well done.
He actually lives quite near to my work's office. Like he lives somewhere around the southwest.
Okay, at least it's not Brighton.
Like, because I'm yeah. Because I know that again, the guy who told me about him originally said he'd actually seen him in the area.
Ah, nice.
It's pretty cool.
In the wild.
In the wild, yeah. Okay, shall we transition to our kind of picks of the year, our channels, maybe specific videos, things that have like got us through the year that we've really just like, this is just,
I couldn't have done it without
such good stuff. Honestly, Dream would be on the list.
I didn't know actually that you had watched that much Dream.
Yeah, I basically binged his whole channel pretty much.
But like in one period or like over the year?
No. Recently.
But then that means you kind of got through the year without him.
That's actually true. Well, I'm not putting him on the list.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, I did not
put he's a cheater and he doesn't deserve it.
I did not mean to put words in your mouth.
Maybe a cheater.
Allegations.
Okay, well, the first one that I had was okay, the minute hour. So we've covered the minute hour before.
Probably not as an episode. Maybe not.
Maybe not as a full episode. No, but he definitely deserves it. Okay, how do I even describe him as a channel? He does comedy sketches. He only voices them. He only voices it.
Yeah.
He basically does one-man sketches, and it's very rare for him to have a second person or actor in his content. It's just him doing different voices, but just talking to himself, it's usually just told from first person, like telling a story about a seemingly, uneventful event. But he also does other ones where there's multiple characters and things. And then he also works with animators like Drew Langlois. Langley?
Maybe.
It's Lois at the end, so I don't really know. Anyway, to put animation on his voiced things.
Yeah.
I've listened to and watched a lot of him this year, but the thing that makes me pick him for one of my YouTubes of the year is a specific live stream he's only done twice. He's actually only done it twice. Right at the start, like 8 months ago, and then he did another one like 2 months ago.
I actually didn't know it was only 2.
Yeah. So it's called Chronacast, Crona, Chronacast. And it's like 4 hours live streamed. So it's like 4 hours of him sat in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But it's not like any other live stream you have seen. And this is why he deserves it. It's not like any other live stream you've seen. Every single minute is like scheduled and planned out and hilarious and so well done. He goes from one thing where he'll just be going on about Corona. He's always calling it Corona, and he's doing a Corona test, but it's not a real test. It's just a piece of paper that changes color, whatever, and he puts it in a glass of like fake pee. And so then he takes a break and he plays one of his newest songs, bits of music for a few minutes. Then will take calls, but sometimes the calls are genuine from listeners, but sometimes they are scheduled with somebody to basically bounce off and do like a live skit.
Yeah.
So he got someone that believes in, 10th century medicine and is like, maybe not 10th century, but like 17th century medicine, and it's like, yeah, we need to bleed them and we need to like wear the nose masks and things, and you just think like, okay, it's a normal call, but then they start like going off on one. And just the way it's done is so intricate. It's like watching a a one-man show.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
And those are classic.
And it reminds me a lot of Jerma 2988. Who we've spoken about before, who does similar stuff sometimes. But it's just really well done. Absolute quality. But also, besides the Chronocasts, which are amazing, he also has a couple of my favorite videos from this year.
And these videos, they might be one-offs, but the laughs have been continuous over this year.
How many times? Okay, the first one is, that's a nice grill. Maybe my favorite video on YouTube, at least I'm less certain right now, but it definitely was my favorite video for quite some time.
That's fair.
How many times have we watched that video this year?
Too many times.
And we've watched it continuously through the year, and every time it gets a laugh.
Yeah.
Viewer discretion is advised. There's a warning before you watch it on YouTube. Next one is another one by him, a song, animated. That's Not What My Mummy Said.
Yeah, man.
What a catchy song.
If I even put the first 5 seconds on in this room, this podcast goes off and we start dancing in the veranda.
Exactly.
And
I'll be singing along for the next week as well.
Yeah, I mean, just those 2 videos alone, the fact that it can have that impact ongoing, definitely this year.
Man, that guy is so talented. Like, his voice acting and his voice is so hilarious to listen to. His writing is just impeccable. And on top of that, he makes music as well. He's just such a creative. Yeah, he's awesome. I absolutely love the Minute Hour. He's selling face mask with his symbol on for, I think, $300.
Yeah.
As a joke, literally as a joke. So good. Check out those videos. Check out the Chronocast. So good.
Yeah.
Can I top you up?
Sure,
bud.
Sure. By all means.
Been a bit dry there for some time.
Yeah. Do I have a YouTuber that got me through this year? I would say it's a tough one, but there's definitely some channels that I went back many times, and one of them is called Meat Canyon, and he has definitely grown this year. It's a channel, mostly him, because it's all like his script, but he does get some, and he does animate, but he sometimes gets some extra help, which he credits at the end of the video. But they are just animated videos based off his comedic sense of like old retro cartoons. So he would do Looney Tunes, he will do Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yes.
He will do the Magic School Bus. He'll do Teletubbies, but in a very, do I say perverse or very edgy?
Non-PC, edgy.
Yeah.
He actually has in a way, it's a similar vibe or like line to Minute Hour.
Yeah. And very Adult Swim as well.
Yeah, very Adult Swim. Very. They probably wouldn't touch it though because it'd be too edgy.
Yeah. I mean, Meat Canyon's got a lot of videos taken down, and recently I had to help retweet, but he was definitely trying. He's posted a video that for some reason, even when he marked not safe for kids, when he posted it, it said safe for kids, and he knows what's gonna happen next. So he was like screaming at Team YouTube on Twitter to like, "Hey, I'm trying. Please don't take this video down."
Like trolling me, basically trolled him with that setting.
Like, oh, well, we're going to take this video down because clearly. What is he on? He's on 2 million subs.
Okay, yeah.
I would definitely confidently say...
Is he making regular?
Oh, yeah. I would say before the start of this year, he was definitely under a mil. Like, he had, some videos here and there. But the Ed, Ed and Eddie one definitely was the one I saw that was like, okay, this guy... Yeah. It's just so.
For me, it was the Bugs Bunny one.
Yeah, that video got taken down, but you can find a re-upload here and there.
Yeah.
But that is classic Meat Canyon. It's just very creepy, very like off your seat, like dark humor.
Which, by the way, dark humor again is that grill video we mentioned just now.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's still up, and that's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Just with a warning before. So
yeah. The rabbit season was taken down because Looney Tunes were like, well, because some of the drawings,
Oh, okay. So that was actually more of a
it's not even
copyright thing.
It's copyright in the terms of the drawing, obviously, because it's not like any audio is copyrighted. It's just like you are drawing something that resembles Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like you can copyright like your resemblance. So you can't just get Tom Cruise digitally in a movie, because he has rights on his face.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I like it. It's a good choice.
Yeah,
that's a good choice.
It's a good year for animation as well. But I watch. There's a recent video actually from Meat Canyon where I think it's based on Frosties. Basically, it's a guy who's just trying to lose weight. Goes up in the morning and he tries to put some fruit in his plate, and then Tony the Tiger comes in like, nah, you gotta have some beautiful cereal. I was like, I don't really want cereal. I'm like, nah, you want the cereal? Here, let me pour it for you. And then he's just like, basically like with some nice sweet talking in a very creepy way, gets him to eat the cereal.
Really?
And that's the video. And that video is
I'm in, man. I'm in.
Constantly commentating on that in my brain. Just like just saying some of the words that happen is great.
I'm in. I'm totally in. So again, as usual, in the description will be all of these videos we're talking about.
It's gonna be a harder one though, but we'll do it.
Yeah, and you can also check the HitPause recommendations playlist. Okay, the next one that I had on my list for this year that really for me, just really hit me just right is Jacob Geller. One man, relatively small channel. I think 400K subs, and he basically just makes video essays. So a lot of the time they are related to video games, but completely not about video games. Like it's kind of, he uses the video games as a jumping off point kind of thing.
Yeah.
But his videos, they're usually quite long. They're usually 20, 30 minutes long, and they are, how do I put it? They're very deep. They're very existential. Like there's this joke about him that his viewers have about how his videos just give you existential dread.
yeah.
And it's just like, it's hilarious because because he tackles these huge topics. Like he did this video, which is in the description, about infinity, just talking about infinity, referencing several books that he'd read this time, but also referencing several games that he'd played as well. Again, this is what I mean. Like he's not talking about the games. He's talking about the concept that the games bring around. And his videos are so deep, so well thought out, so thoroughly written. And it's funny because they do give you an existential dread, but he also, at the same time, just seems like such a jolly guy.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen too many, but I love his where he sits or where he stands when he's talking. Like the setting is always a very particularly chosen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he gets the light. Yeah, he does his stuff very well, and he's making very good videos that you can easily sit there and get wrapped into 20, 30 minutes and be thinking about it afterwards. Like, that was fascinating. He's already given me several book recommendations. He gave me with that Infinity episode, he gave me my favorite book of this year, which is this book called Piranesi, which was fantastic. It released this year as well. And it was just so good. But my point being, he's got great taste. I think I really want to. His channel won't take off because of the type of content, which honestly is fine.
What, for a select few,
yeah, because it's very niche. Like it's heavy stuff. It's not
easily shareable.
It's not your easy watching. It's not easily shareable, but it's quality. It's really well thought out.
Yeah,
and it's super, super interesting. And if you like it, you will want to watch more. Yeah, basically.
And it's that good feeling that you're glad you picked up on it because it could have been missed.
Exactly. So, he's got his Patreon and everything. And Yeah, it's one of those channels. Yeah, it's not going to go like 2 million subs tomorrow because he's not making Minecraft videos. But I'm so glad to have that kind of stuff on YouTube. This is just plain quality, and I'm sure that he's happy, or at least no creator's super happy with videos they put up. But at least he's putting out what he's interested in. You know,
that is the best. That's
the key.
That's what YouTube is for.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a great one. Highly recommend Jacob Geller. Check the link in the description.
Will do, especially the Infinity one.
Who else you got for me?
I mean, I think I only really have one more, and it's only like because it was an accident. Was it like the first episode of the series where you talked about Cody Ko?
For the record, by the way, I only have 2 more, so we're almost wrapping up here. So keep listening.
Yeah, Cody Ko. Never knew about him. Like from August this year?
Yeah,
no clue. I mean, I'd seen that name pop here and there, but what it brought was this gem called Noel Miller. And I know we've talked about this before. That's probably like the theme that we keep saying. Yeah, we've talked about it before, but that's just how good this podcast is. We talk about everything good.
Before you continue, can I just comment about the whole Vlog Squad? Like, didn't you binge watch all of that stuff
this year?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Because I would talk about David Dobrik, but I don't think it was this year because he hasn't vlogged since the virus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why he's stopping. But I listened to his podcast.
Because he doesn't want to break the rules.
Yeah, but you lose a lot of traction. But then again, he's one of the...
Okay. Yeah. Fine, that wasn't this year. Sorry. Maybe it wasn't. Please continue. Year. Just wanted to call it out.
Yeah. But yeah, Cody Ko and Noel Miller, they have that, That's Cringe, which was some time ago, where it's 2 of them would just, basically commentate in the best way possible that I've ever seen on YouTube on hilarious matters, hilarious videos.
Those videos, like, they have such a good
Each
chemistry.
One of them.
Every one of them.
And there's no other reason why they don't have 20 mil views each.
And you know what? They're all really good because they didn't keep it going too long.
Yeah, I think
because they were just like, you know what? Let's just stop before it becomes boring, because they could already feel like maybe it's starting to get stale.
Maybe we're forcing the cringe.
Starting to force it. So let's just stop before it gets bad, and then we just got this prim and perfect, like neat little bow.
Yeah,
this is some excellent
that was
content.
A series you will go back to in a couple of years.
Exactly. Yeah. Fair play. Again, I like that they did that on YouTube.
Yeah. And not like having to pick a favorite, but I think I just drove towards the Noel Miller side because I liked his I just liked his comedy sense. I liked his sense of humor, his improv, and all of that. And obviously he's done stand up, and I think even together,
so has Cody Ko. Well, at least I don't know if he's done it on his own, but I know he's done it in the pair.
Yeah, and
I know Noel has done it.
Yeah, exactly. I think. Yeah, experience obviously makes a difference, but together, like even there, I saw some highlights from their tours. Like I think it's just YouTubers on tour has always been a tough thing. I've always thought. Like I remember when Team 10 tried it, it was just awful. I mean, obviously people who showed up just wanted to see them. It didn't matter how good the show was, but Noel and Cody, they did well on tours, and I know they still want to keep going, especially after the virus is over. And I would see that. It's like really good, because they got the music from their Tiny Meat Gang channel.
They make good quality music. Like they make legit good music.
Yeah,
I think it's mostly Noel. At least I get that impression, because he's done some stuff on his own.
Yeah.
As well.
It's almost like understanding today's music taste. And like just adapting it in there with their comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
It is smart.
And like I with those guys, I started off watching the That's Cringe videos, 2 of them. Then I went on to Cody, and I liked Cody, and I thought he was the better of the 2, and was like watching more.
And it's like seems more established on YouTube,
Yeah, and then and he's got higher sub count as well.
Yeah.
But then I moved to Noel. Anyway, and he to me is easily the funnier, more entertaining, more talented of the 2, which I don't mean to say, like, I've got nothing against Cody. Like, I like his content as well. But it's just Noel he's so witty, and the way that he goes about things is so good.
So casual as well.
I spoke about this before, but the best YouTube channel that is just, hey, this is my clips from Twitch live streams.
Yeah. The
best one.
And I like how, we've talked about this before, but like how YouTubers who have more than one channel, there's a way to do it, and there's an art about it. Yeah. And I like when it's so separate. His main channel, Noel Miller, which has got like 2-something mil, he just does sketches and like some deep diving stuff. Yeah. And then he's got his separate one, which is Noel Miller Live, which is those extracts,
which is still, by the way, over really 1 million subs.
Yeah.
And it is just really just okay. Clearly, this is what this is for. It's not just a dump. We've edited this live content, and it's still super entertaining.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've watched a lot of his live streams on Twitch. Yeah. And the highlights there with him and his fiance now and his main channel. And I think, definitely since knowing about it,
I would recommend
thanks to the HitPause podcast, would never have known. But yeah, I'm glad I picked him up this year.
Okay, so the next one I have on my list is I actually spoke about Brutal Moose. I've spoken about him several times this year. He has not done well with lockdown. I'll be honest. Basically, Brutal Moose does he does some game stuff, but he mostly does just like, how do I even describe him? It's just him discussing kind of retro things mostly, and he's got a recent series which is him going to secondhand stores, and buying old VHS tapes unlabeled, and going home and watching them, and he talks about them. But his content, like the creativity, like his video on Halloween was just amazing. It was 40 plus minutes of him trying different candy.
Okay.
And it was just so well done and creative. Like, his use of a green screen is unparalleled. It's not that it's done well.
As a sentence, I'm now very curious.
Yes, thank you.
Use of a green screen.
It's not like, you think, he's really there. It's like, it's just hilarious. The way he uses it is every single possible second of, like, comedy or funny sound effects or weird edits that could be put in is put in. Like the amount of editing, I said this when we talked about it before, his videos are over edited in a hilarious way, but they're also so like calm. They're not just like blah loud noises, comedy, hilarious jokes in your face. It's just calm. He always has this like jazz soundtrack, and it's kind of all in the editing, the comedy, and it's just so good. It's such perfect lockdown content. Like, I binged all of his videos earlier this year, and he's got a lot, and a lot of them are long too.
That's weird, because if it is lockdown content, you would think he'd post more during lockdown, but he hasn't.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. I mean, he's live streamed a few times, not much, but he's definitely a creator that you can tell is, that sometimes struggles with like his mental health and things, and he doesn't push himself, If he's struggling, he's not going to put out something he's not happy with. He will just wait. Yeah. And his community is so pleasant that everyone will just say, we're
okay to it.
We just want a good video. We're looking forward to it whenever it comes. No problemo.
Yeah, it's like we're still sub to JonTron. If he doesn't post
JonTron,
for 2 years, we're still subs because we're waiting.
Exactly. And JonTron's again similar. He's never going to put out anything that he is not 100% happy about.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me to the last one I have to mention this year, which is Matt Colbo. We did a whole episode with him in the title a few weeks back. His channel has like blown up this year, really. Like, he was trundling along with 15, 20k subs as if that is anything to scoff at, which it's not. And then around when was it? I think it was around September this year.
I think it was, yeah.
He made a video. I mean, he'd gone viral before with like his cab driver videos.
Yeah.
But around September, he made a video about Tom Scott. It was basically
that was the one.
Every Tom Scott video. I mean, I'm just looking at the metrics, so feel free, Matt, to tell us we're wrong. But I'm just looking at the metrics and the date that video came out and the date that your subs went through the roof.
Yeah.
And now he's up to, what was it? I think it was 250, 260. We're checking as of today, it was like 264K, which up from in the tens of thousands is a huge jump. Huge.
Yeah.
And honestly, he completely deserves it. Like his videos, again, it's sketch comedy. So it's almost exclusively just him in videos. Very occasionally he'll have a friend or something to come in and help, but it's mostly just him acting out two different parts, two different characters, or just doing something on its own. And man, such good writing, so well delivered. Like the guy is just very charismatic, but he has like the comedy, the humor, the writing skills to back it up. And some of his videos, he's like, I want to say he's the next Gus Johnson, but I kind of feel like that's a disservice because Gus Johnson is also excellent in his own right.
And in some cases, I think Matt even has some sort of leverage because his videos aren't like YouTube pattern, like you know those statements like, oh, when you defeat the final boss, kind of like titles, like, oh, that's easy, I know what I'm gonna see. You don't know what you're gonna see when you click a Matt video.
I would agree with that. I mean, Gus has a style that is like very loose, sometimes forced kind of loose, like it's purposefully, this is a mess. And that's kind of where a lot of his comedy comes from. But a lot of Matt's comedy, a lot of his videos come from the exact opposite. Like the he sells she shells on the sea shore.
I thought you were going to do it.
I can't even do the whole thing. I can't even. That, for example, is the exact opposite end
where the script,
of the spectrum. Where it's so tight and the delivery is so well done and so tight that there is zero error and there is no room for any error. And that's why that's why I don't want to lump it like next Gus Johnson kind of thing, because it's completely different.
Right. You're absolutely right. Gus, not that he thrives on like the mess and the looseness and the like, I'm just being casual. But at the same time, Matt's videos are like, some script work went into this and it was needed.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to downplay Gus's stuff because that's where his comedy comes from. His videos are hilarious. Hilarious. It's just opposite ends of the spectrum of like cleanness or excellent stuff. Really, really good stuff.
Just to quickly back off of that, Julie Noak, she's like she does sketch comedy videos as well. I was gonna actually check how many subs she's got, but she's got 771K. And
we've spoken about her before.
We did an episode on her, and she did the video that like made her go big was her video of her future self telling her that lockdown is going to happen or that the virus was going to happen.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was actually quality. That was a good video.
And it was like, it's good because again, like the whole theme of this whole episode was just like skyrocketing your channel because of the situation we're in. Sketch comedy, we've talked about animators. I think sketch comedy in particular, like that is a good genre that for people who have done it well, it's good to her and Matt for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And if you can still be funny during lockdown without, hey, I get to go visit this thing or have a big cast or whatever, if you can just do it from like the comfort of your own home, that's talent. That's talent.
Yeah.
I
think this year has been great for YouTube.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah. If I logged on month after month and I was like, oh gosh, it's the same. How has no one thought of anything new? I would admit that, but I think this year has brought out a lot of new stuff.
But the algorithm That's another thing that's improved this year. Another point for YouTube. The algorithm has improved this year. I made a video on my own channel like a while back about the YouTube algorithm sucks. And this year I made one that was like, the YouTube algorithm is a lot better. And it genuinely is. Like, there were a lot of complaints before, same videos over and over. But man, it's infrequent that I cannot find something to watch.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And even at the moment when I'm busy and I don't have that much opportunity to watch YouTube, I still open it up and boom, that's 19, 20 hours in a week.
Yeah. It's like I don't put it on and I'm like, oh gosh, I have to scroll like through TikTok.
Yeah, it's
level
definitely
of, like,
less bad.
I can't find anything. I've been able to find something.
Yeah.
So thanks, YouTube.
Thanks, YouTube. Exactly. And thank you, HitPause Podcast. I think that is going to wrap us up for episode number 100.
You can't say we didn't give you recommendations today.
Oh, man. So many good ones. Like, please watch some of the videos we link. Tell us about it. You don't have to, but just watch them. But if you do want to tell us about it, comment on the YouTube channel. Email us, hitpausepodcast@gmail.com. Comment on SoundCloud and sub to us on all the podcasting platforms. We are going to be back next year. Episode 101. Obviously, Christmas break, cut us a little slack here. But I'm looking forward to next year and YouTube Rewind next year, which they're totally going to do.
Absolutely. If not, I'm going to apply for a job and work there for that sole purpose.
And then make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they're going to do another one, to be honest.
But next year on YouTube, I'm seeing like some definite drama.
Ooh.
Because like the world's going to transition back into normal.
Everyone goes a bit crazy.
Yeah, but there's also going to be some new highlights, like all gas, no breaks, like little channels like that just that need to be back to normal for them to thrive.
Yeah, but to be fair, all gas, no breaks I almost put him on the list as well, but I kind of deserves it. But he's done excellently this year. Anyway,
next
we
year,
are out of time.
Yeah, but next year, looking forward to it.
Next year we're on it. Thank you all so much for listening and watching for this past year, for these past 100 episodes.
Yeah.
We love hearing from people. Do email us, even if it's just to say, hey, I listened today. It was fine. That's the bar.
Yeah.
We don't mind, It's just fun to hear about people listening. Tell us your thoughts, and we will see you next year. We are the HitPause Podcast. Thank you all for listening.
Whoa.
100 episodes. Let's cheers it up, David.
All right, one more.
One more. Cheers, buds.
2021, we'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
Peace out.